All right, this is part two. I forgot to do it the last 2 days. I've been pretty busy. And I thought instead of doing 10, I'm just gonna read each chapter, each part. Oh my God, I just realized that you see how it's like this table right here. I didn't see that the other half was like the opposing side to Superman. So there's, I think, so from what I'm trying to understand, I think there's three like superhero teams. There's the new generation. There's Superman and his regime against that like them, and then there's another team of other what was I saying of the older generation superheroes that are regime against Superman, if that makes sense. I did a haircut so bad. But no, we're gonna get started. Chapter 2, and then I'm gonna explain it to you at the end. And let's do it. Okay, so pretty much I'm just gonna keep it short about all the exciting things. I don't know if I said this in the last video, but the Flash in this in Kingdom Come is Wally West. That is Wally West. I think that's in chapter 1. And Robin is Dick Grayson. He's back as Red Robin to be more specific. So sorry, I know I just read it. My mind's a bit fried right now. I had work today. So first we see Lex Luthor. He's back. Actually, we're gonna go in order, okay? So big thing number 1 is that Superman's been recruiting a lot. There is a Justice League now. They're like they are back. Few changes. Dick Grayson is pretty much their Batman in a way, you know. But Superman comes through and he says you can either join my side or be prisoned. It's pretty much that's pretty much his regime. Join me. If you don't, you will be prisoned. Then we see that he wants to recruit one more person, and that is Bruce. The manor is completely destroyed because Batman's identity did get revealed, and Bane and Two-Face, I guess, came through and tore his house up, and I guess genocide happened in Blackgate, Bel Rev, and Arkham Asylum. But then Clark asks Bruce to join his side in his regime. Bruce said no. Like, Bruce said, I'm busy. Like, I'm not doing that. You know, he's kind of blaming Superman for leaving the world and isolating himself. But we learn that Bruce isn't alone. He's working with Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, and Dinah Lance, Black Canary. They're all working together to keep Gotham safe, as you know, Batman is using all these robots. That's Ted Kord's thing, if you guys didn't know that. The first Blue Beetle. Then we see how Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman are all paradoxes. Wonder Woman's the paradox of peace and ambassador. Batman is the zenith of human fortitude and ambition, and Superman is the pinnacle of otherworldly power. So those are paradoxes that the universe needs. Right? That's the things that the universe needs. If you guys didn't know that. So we see he's still recruiting. I don't really know a lot of these super. Like there's Midnight, Bootleg, Silver Surfer in the background. Like there's Night. Like I think that's Supergirl also see, or that's Wonder Girl but all grown up. A Bootleg Starfire. Like there's not superheroes that are like we know in main continuity, but we see them going through. But I guess that they're also leading with fear and not hope still. But Superman, he's going back to his old ways. And then we see Lex Luthor is holding a meeting with a bunch of old villains. Him, Catwoman, Riddler. Well, that's all we see actually. And some other people. I don't know why Catwoman and Riddler they're fucking useless. They're not gonna do shit. That we know so far. But what we do know is Shazam, Billy Batson, he works for Lex Luthor now. So I don't know how that's gonna go yet. That's him crashing a party, trying to lead people to joining him, and whoever doesn't, you know, stuff like that. We see the Superman, like he says that they're fighting too hard, leading with too much force, which isn't what he wants to. Like that's not what he wants to do. But he doesn't know where to put. He doesn't know where to put the ones who refuse him. They go see Wonder Woman and Mera. Not Wonder Woman. They go see Aquaman and Mera at Atlantis, and they ask Wonder Woman and Clark ask, can we build a part of Atlantis and use it as a prison for the ones who rebel against us? Aquaman said no. He already has too much responsibility, and how uncomfortable he already has been working with the land dwellers. And that he looked at Diana and was like, you should get how I feel knowing that you also come from a royal heritage. This is when we learn that she is the paradox of ambassador and the bringer of peace. She failed her mission with that and was kicked out of Themyscira. So she's out of the royalty, the heritage, and everything. And then Superman and her talk, and I guess they have like a little. I guess they're about to kiss. We also learned in this little panel, not really important, but really cool to see as an Easter egg. We do it is Wonder Girl who's in it, and it's also Roy Harper. He's joined Superman. So pretty much in his little Justice League, like if it's not like the original, remember like Batman or Green Arrow, he's getting the sidekicks. But we see Magog is in Kansas, and he's like about to fight Superman, and then he like attacks Superman and it doesn't work. But we see why Superman left. Joker came in, killed everyone in Daily Planet, including Lois Lane. But Magog had found him. Magog had found Joker first. Magog found Joker, killed Joker. Superman said that's not he didn't deserve death. He deserved that chance. And everyone in Metropolis voted. 77 of Metropolis voted against Superman. They voted for Magog and not Superman. Superman only had 18% vote for him, so he just flew off. That's why he flew off and just didn't like come back. But we do see him attack Superman. Nothing works, but Magog is saying that like I've killed like there's a million ghosts, punish me, lock me away. He even told Superman to kill him, just make the ghosts go away. Superman says we are at war. Then Superman goes to Apocalypse, and we see that Orion, Darkseid's son, overruled him. Hasn't done shit with Apocalypse. Superman was like, yeah, you kind of like he dead said like, out of every ally I have seen, like you disappoint me the most, which is crazy to say to another grown man. That's what he said. And then we see Barda come back. If you doesn't know who Barda is, that's like, oh, I think she was a general for Darkseid's army before she escaped. So like that's really cool to see. And then we see them. Then we see that they're building. They are actually building a prison on Earth. Oh, I didn't pay attention, but Freddie Freeman, Shazam's adopted like one of the foster siblings in the Shazam family. He is Billy Batson's foster brother. He joined Superman. So that's really cool to see. And then we see Bruce Wayne has joined Lex Luthor as well with Oliver Queen, Ted Kord, and Dinah Lance. We're talking about stopping Superman. That's it. Honestly, I'm so intrigued right now that I'm gonna make this video, and I'm gonna make part 3 like right now. I'm seeing a lot of faces right now on the cover of chapter 3. I see Robot, Black Canary, Oliver Queen, Dinah Lance, like the actual one. I see Batman, Shazam. I think that's Black Lightning. Some Black Lion, a samurai. Oh, I don't know who the hell that is. I see Dr. Fate still. I don't know who that is. I see a speedster that I've never seen them. I see a tiger. What the hell are these new heroes? Yeah, but pretty much the big ones. Green Arrow's back, Shazam is back, Batman's back, Dr. Fate's in there. So that's really cool to see. And the first page is just Shazam. So I'm gonna edit this, and then I'm gonna post it, and then I'm gonna start recording chapter 3 because it's really cool to see, honestly. Although the older generation heroes at like their old age. I've always loved the concept of an old Superman and an old Batman, and where they're at from where they started. It shows crazy growth, and like it's such a fascinating like The Dark Knight Returns. I don't know if you guys watched that or read the books, but like that's such a great growth from Frank Miller's Batman Year One to All-Star Batman and Robin, you know, to The Dark Knight. That's not like all the Batman comments he's made, but like just that growth of just his Batman. Like it's really nice to see. So like with this, like we see the lore, what's happened to them and how they're growing. So Superman, you know, he was our Superman, and then something bad happened, but he still stayed to him, like he still stayed to him, and he argued that the Joker should not have died, even though what he did is unforgivable. Like he should have died, and then he ran away once he saw that like he just got betrayed by the city that he sacrificed his life for years, due to a new guy who's just ruthless. He doesn't care about human life at all. He just wanted the power and the fame of the Men of Tomorrow. And Superman just said, you know, like, what's the point? Oh, and Blue Beetle's back. I think this is Ted Kord right here. But I think it's very cool. I like seeing Wally West as the Flash, in like a generation. I like seeing that Dick Grayson's now Red Robin. So I think it's really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna start part 3 today. Honestly, I might start a new book today. Honestly, I could do 2 books at once. So I might do part 1 of another book that I want to read really bad right now, and we can just piggyback off of those for a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So see you guys for part 3.